Thank you, Karine. Does President Biden think America's big cities are safe?
Can you say more?
Well, we know that thefts and robberies are up about 20% in the first half of this year, so I'm wondering if he thinks America's big cities are safe.
Are you talking about the New York Times story specifically? Or is that what you're referring to?
The murder rate's still 30% above its 2019 level. They're all from the Council on Criminal Justice. So we've seen some high-profile examples of this. The Washington Commanders running back was being mugged. He got shot. Karen Bass, member of Congress, had her house robbed. These are high-profile people. So should everyday Americans who are not in the public eye feel safe?
So I'll say this. That same story also stated that the crime is complicated and multifaceted. Look, this is a president who has secured historic funding to make sure that law enforcement has what it needs, especially, and he was able to do this in the face of opposition from Republicans during a time where he inherited a rising crime rate from the previous administration. The president put forth the American Rescue Plan, and in that very plan, there was more than $300 billion to go to local states and local cities to make sure that they were able to hire law officers. They were able to hire, firefighters. They were able to hire people that were critical to their needs as they were dealing with a pandemic. Republicans voted against that.
So I guess just the original question: does President Biden think America's big cities are safe?
It is not a yes or no question. It is very much a question of what has he done? That's how we see the question, is what has he done to make sure that cities, and it doesn't matter if it's a big city or a small city, it doesn't matter if it's in a red state or a blue state. What matters is that we have the funding and we have done the work, put the policy forward to make sure that these cities, whether it's big or small, have what they need to protect their community. And that's what this president has done, again, without the help of Republicans.
Look up on the screens in your office. I know I had a split screen of all 4 networks. Fox was one of them. We put up the images of crime, even though others might ignore it. So look at what's right in front of the desk you're typing on, Karine Jean-Pierre. But instead, she answers Peter Doocy and says, when he asks, are our cities safe? She said, that's not a yes or no question. That's by definition a yes or no question, and the answer is no. Then she proceeded to say, quote, we inherited a rising crime from the last administration, which, by the way, Jen Psaki, before she had that revelation about crime, she tried the same failed talking point that this has been going on for a year and a half. She said this last year. Well, why was it going on? You nailed this beautifully yesterday, Emily, because of defund the police, because of these lawless Democrat DAs. It's not the last administration, it's your party. And then they try to tell us that they live in this mythical Biden's America, which is different than what we live in. If you watch these press briefings, you're going to hear the border's secure. You're going to hear crime's not a problem.
I can tell you that's not.
And you're going to hear, what is the third one? Inflation is coming down. It's flatlined. Okay, this is a mythical place, President Biden. No one else lives in this America other than, I guess, KJP.